for being here. Thanks for joining us. We're here to tell you about the experience we've had in the past year with our health. And there's just too much going on, and we just want to share it with everybody that we know and love. And so, whatever you get out of this, we hope that you can use for future reference and that you will enjoy the presentation.
Awesome. Well, it's so great to be launching Guy and Carole,
Yes.
their Lifewave business. My name is Vanessa.
And I'm Andrew, and we're brand partners with Guy and Carole, and excited with this new venture as coaches ourselves, and always encouraging people to start new things, have multiple streams of income. We are so excited to see you branch out with this new venture and seeing it successful.
So this isn't new for you in terms of how long you've been patching for, but why don't you just let us know why you're so excited about this business, and then we'll just show those watching and those that'll watch later a bit about the technology and hear some other testimonies. So over to you, Carole and Guy, for a minute.
Thank you. Thanks.
You want me to go ahead or?
Sure.
Yeah.
If you want.
For me, it's been about a year. I've been patching, and I've seen some great success. I'd like to share just two out of maybe three or four things that I've experienced. One of them is I had what we call a sports hernia. Basically, an injury I got from doing weights, and it really bothered me for about 4 years. Got on the patch within, I'd say, 6 weeks. It was totally gone. I was surprised. I was like, after 4 years, what's happening? And so I thought, okay, the patch. You learn. You're trying things. You're learning, and then so the other thing I noticed is I had a skin tag that was growing, and I got the doctor to fix that. They cut it off and about 3 years ago, and it came back. So they cut it off again, and about 2 months after, I noticed it's growing again, and that was in February last year, and we started patching in May. Well, you don't really notice things like on a daily basis, but by October it was completely gone. It had reversed, and so I know, yeah, definitely something was happening there. And the other thing I noticed, and I noticed this in my kids that are patching, I noticed it with Carole, it's the condition of our skin. For example, this year it's been really hot around Ottawa and sunny. Uh, I usually burn, and no suntan lotion this year at all, and I didn't burn. So what is that? So I think the patch are doing something at the skin level. It's doing something at the muscle level with the sports hernia, and it's doing something from the inflammation, I think, also from that perspective. So I think it's a great technology, and I'm all in. So
Yeah.
And Carole,
Love
for
it.
you.
Well, for me, there's a lot. So I'm not a one patch wonder, but it started pretty earlier on. Um, I was first, I'd like to say before I give my testimony, the reason I got into this business, it was Michelle that got me into, she talked to me about the pain that I was feeling. And she says, I think I've got something for you. And what I usually say is, I've got a patch for that. But, and that's what she was saying to me. And she was explaining to me the X39 and what it can do. And I was a little bit skeptical, but I was curious. And at the time, I was praying about going back to work. Okay. And I wanted something meaningful and something that had purpose and that I wanted to do, but not for just any reason like working at Home Depot. You know what I mean? So it had to also align with my interests, which is health and wellness, of course, and then the beauty industry. And most importantly, though, I wanted to help people. That was really on my heart when I was praying, and I said, Lord, just give me something that I can do to help people, and of course, to help with an income, of course, right? So, anyways, back to my testimony. It all started with, I think it was the biggest thing was my brain fog. That lifted right away. My chronic pain that Michelle knew about, and that was from years of doing eyelash extensions. So my neck and my back, and I had carpal tunnel too. All that went away within a month. It was all gone. My sleeping was much, much better. My skin also, like you said, it just keeps getting better and better, and I love this. Not just the collagen that the X39 activates is not only for your skin, but of course your organs, right? And so, anyways, this patch is just out of this world. It's extraordinary. It is. It really is. So on that, also I had a funny story actually, and it was about my hip, and I was doing a cartwheel with my granddaughter, and we were having a campfire, and Guy was sitting at the campfire, and I was showing my granddaughter how to do a cartwheel, and then when I landed the cartwheel, which was quite nice, by the way, but I landed it, and all of a sudden you heard this almost like a clunk, and I just kind of, ow. And he even heard it from the fire pit. He said, well, what was that? Anyways, all that to say, I hurt myself real bad. And then that started something else, right? So I thought, oh, no, I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. Anyways, but now I joined a gym. So since I've been taking the patch, it's gone. So I joined the gym. So the only other reason it would come back is if I did that again, but maybe not now that I've joined the gym. So I'm working out.
No more cartwheel.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
but maybe after the gym. Anyways, but I have to say the most significant results I got was from my heart. I was having heart palpitations for a few years, and what I would say about 3-4 years maybe, and they would be on and off. It would be fluctuating really high, really low. I didn't know what it was, so I went to see a doctor, a cardiologist. They gave me all the tests, and nothing came up. And they couldn't find anything wrong. So I just thought, okay, well, I'll just, deal with it. And it would happen at night mostly, so I would just
Fall asleep.
fall asleep
Yeah.
at some point, because sometimes it would last a couple hours.
Yeah.
Anyways, all that said, about 2-3 months ago, maybe, I had another episode, which was really intense this time. And I said to Guy, I think this time we're going to go to emergency. And so we did. And they gave us some tests. Well, gave me some tests. One that Guy really liked was when they zap you.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was impressed with that one. But
Well,
anyways.
I don't want it for her to do that again, though.
No, but he had to witness it because it
Yeah.
happened to him. He had to get it done too.
Oh, yeah.
Years and years ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, so instead, like they put me on meds, and they actually diagnosed me with AFib. And I
Yeah, her
actually
heartbeat was at 190
at this point.
that night, 190.
Yeah. So I guess that's pretty
They
good.
couldn't bring it down, even with the zapping. So they had to give her medication to bring it down. So
Yeah. So he gave me the medication for a month until I can get more tests done. And but this medication just bloated me, and I just didn't like it. I was like, my joints for some reason hurt. Maybe I was allergic, I don't know. I was groggy on them. I didn't like it. So, and my heart palpitations were still happening. And I thought, okay, well, this is not helping me any. So anyhow, so I stopped them. And then I thought I'd look for protocol to see if the X39 and if, because David Schmidt invented all kinds of patches, right? So I thought I'll look for the other patches that would help my heart condition. So I did. And I've been doing it ever since, and it's working. And I'm feeling so much better. I mean, I did have, after I talked to you guys last week, I did have an episode, but it was so much more, like a lot less intense, and I couldn't believe it. And I'm going, okay, is this really happening right now? And I thought, okay, yeah, it is. But so it wasn't as strong, and it was more like, it was more like a gentle uh fluttery kind of,
And it didn't last very long.
and it didn't last long.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, well, this is obviously working, and I'm glad I'm not where I was. I know I'm not out of the woods because I did get that little reaction, but I'm just looking forward to seeing what's going to happen in the near future, because I'm near the end. I believe I'm near the end. So that was, to me, the most significant, um, the most significant, I guess, testimony I could give, because it was not um, intense as it used to be. So I know it's working, and I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. And I know this is, when I was praying for this business, now I'm convinced it's a confirmation that this is the business that where God wants me. The company is amazing. I mean, the owner is integral. He's passionate about what he's doing. He's passionate about helping people. And that to me means a lot. So I know I'm on the right track, and I just want to help as many people as I can, because I
I
know it
love
works.
that. Love that. Thank you so much for sharing. And you get to hear your passion, your conviction, your purpose with this. And I think this is what all of us really that have got involved in this carry as well, is what it's done for us, what it's going to do for people. I love that you shared, and we always share very honestly and openly. Some people get quick fixes. We hear it all the time. Other people, it's slower and it's long term. And anyone tries to give me the magic pill these days, I run the opposite way, because it just doesn't exist. But the longer you're on it, and hearing what it's doing for you, and it's giving you your life back, and in so many different ways. So thank you so much for sharing that. And that in itself, nobody can disclaim someone else's personal testimony. It's the most powerful voice, one of the most powerful voices we have. And so I think you're going to help so many people with this. And so anyone listening to this, that's what it's doing for Guy and Carole. It's done a whole bunch of things for us and the thousands of people we work with. Everybody's different. Everybody's body is different. What it does on yours will be different to the person next to you. The quickest thing we say is the faster you get it on your body, the quicker we can start getting results, and having testimonies and success stories like that for you.
So this is the question that we ask people. We love to hear Carole and Guy's stories and their passion for this, but it's, have you been patched yet? And we travel the world, we ask people.
Absolutely.
People are asking other people, but the problem is, and what Carole and Guy are mentioning here, is that as we move into different digits of our life, it's upgrades. It's not just aging, it's upgrades. But the stem cells are declining, though, really from about 2 years old. And stem cells become the raw materials the body needs to continue to activate and regenerate.
It's the healing mechanism of our body. And so that should be one of the main priorities of us, because we always say we don't want to live long but not live well. I want to live long and live well. And so this is the healing mechanism for us to have that longevity, that that age and the energy and all of what we need to be able to achieve that. And so as Vanessa said, the faster you age, the slower you heal. That's why when you start hitting 40s and plus, all of a sudden it's like, oh, I don't repair as quick as, as I used to. I have to stretch this out a bit more, and so on. It's because our stem cells are slowing down. They don't disappear. They just go dormant. So by the age of 30, half of them have gone to sleep. By the age of 60, roughly 90 to 95% have gone to sleep. So this is helping wake them back up. You see, how this works is it's a proprietary form of phototherapy. So you and I are light beings. We're heat and light. That's what we emit. Put those night goggles on like the military do, and you see the heat signatures of humanity, of humans. That's what we are. That's what we carry. What this is doing, it's reflecting your own light to activate your copper peptides that then gets your stem cells going again and waking everything back up. This little patch is as you can see on the screen, is around the size of a 20-cent Australian piece, probably just a bit bigger than a Canadian loonie, $1 coin, and it's all organic material. So there's nothing here that is drugs or chemicals or anything like that, and it's nanocrystal technology, which means it's just amino salts and sugars that have been created by the inventor, who's a genius, into a lattice work technology that does this for your body, that activates your copper peptides, that then stimulates your stem cells. And so there's no drugs, chemicals, or stimulants going into your body. Nothing is going past the skin barrier. So it's completely drug-free, which is what is amazing about this product. And it's so easy to wear. It's so easy to wear. I actually believe what was created by a man, and I think it was created with men in mind, because I know when Vanessa's come up with her potions and pills and everything, and you got to have this one first, then that one, and then wait half an hour to, I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm a bloke. I don't have time for that. I love this. It's a little sticker that you take off, put on the back of your neck, under your belly button, or anywhere where you have pain issues. And that's it. 12 hours on, 12 hours off. So I put it on in the morning. When I go to bed at night, I take it off and I let my body recover because it needs to repair and rejuvenate, and then rinse, repeat. The next morning, I do the same. What we must do is drink plenty of water, though, because water is the natural way of flushing our system of all the toxins and all the junk that's in our body. And so make sure you drink plenty of water. Activate it with a Celtic sea salt or a great electrolyte. So Vanessa, why don't you share some of the benefits? And these are just some. There are so many benefits to X39.
Yeah, see, Carole and Guy have their own personal stories. And as she said, I wasn't a one-patch wonder. Often for people, they won't actually notice or feel a lot for up to 6 months. So it's about 1 month of patching per decade of your own life that you'll really start to see things. But we can say the benefits
although
experience.
97% of people do within the first 90 days.
Exactly.
So you will find 97% of people have at least one, experience one benefit within 90 days.
So you got to think longer term, but these are the kind of things: increased strength, reduced inflammation, which is where disease comes from, mental clarity, restored muscle and skeletal conditions, increased stamina, improvement of sleep, energy and vitality, improved skin appearance. Now, in our personal family, we've seen every single one of those, from a daughter with 3 major brain injuries from slipping on the ice there when we lived in Canada. And then her last one was a car accident. Within 6 weeks, her brain was balanced. We'll show you a screenshot of what that looks like in a brain to have inflammation gone.
Yes.
And we've got aunties that are getting their taste and smell back after getting a virus. Andrew's off his sleep apnea machine. I haven't taken an anti-inflammation tablet or pain medication for multiple car accident injuries that I had 10 years ago for over 18 months since using the patches.
Energy and vitality. I was always the tired guy, embarrassingly, by 3 o'clock, and always complaining about being tired. I've had none of that for 18 months. Like, it's absolutely changed my life. And then, like Guy and Carole, the glow up, the skin appearance. I've had skin issues my whole life, and my skin's the best it's ever been.
And so then we're talking a bit more long term. First few days, 4,000 genes will wake up. So yes, you might experience something around the sleep or the pain going, or depending on where those stem cells.
I didn't even know we had 4,000 genes. So I thought that was pretty cool.
6 weeks, your brain becomes balanced. 3 months, collagen is increasing everywhere. And within 6 months, that work on someone's heart, like Carole is describing, is beginning to happen. Now, when they shared their story and we share ours, we are not intending intending to diagnose, treat, or cure diseases, but we know when light enters body, this peptide elevates, stem cells switch on, then all of a sudden the stem cells decide what to prioritize in your body's healing mechanism. The inventor himself says this is not anti-aging, this is age-reversing organs and your body over time. And this is what we're seeing. So a brain scan here has like all the red is inflammation. 6 weeks later, there is no more red. All the
Amazing.
light blue means that correspondence between left and right brain is actually talking to each other. So friends, you've got to think now about everyone young or everyone aging. We're talking about autism. We're talking about ADHD.
Yes.
We're talking about Parkinson's. We're talking about all
Unbelievable.
these things that this patch is able to do.
And we love that it's a patented technology for two reasons. One, I mean, the patent literally says that it elevates the copper peptide, including activation of stem cells. So that's where it is right there. And it's your stem cells, no one else's stem cells.
Right.
It's your stem cells, waking them back up. I don't want someone else's stem cells in my body. I want my own stem cells working. That's what this does. Improvements in energy and elevation of antioxidants. But one, it gives you that security. It's coming from the source.
That's
when
right.
you purchase this through Guy and Carole as your brand partners, you're getting it straight from where it's made. You know exactly, the technology.
It's not fake.
And it's not fake. It's not coming from some toxic, factory from somewhere, a country like China that, that this has nothing connected to. You know where it comes from. And the second thing is for those that are looking for another stream of income, like what Guy and Carole are doing, and all of us should be. I mean, hello, look at our countries at the moment. We need multiple options with these income streams. Is no one else has this, so there's no competition. No one else has this technology, this stem cell, activation patch in this form anywhere in the world. And so that's going to be at least 16 plus years that no one else will be able to have this. And so for many of us, especially entrepreneurs and those that see the opportunity, we jumped on this as fast as possible for that reason as well.
The hero of this is David Schmidt.
Yes.
He's the CEO, his inventor. Carole said, a man of integrity, a man of faith, a man that is actually of massive impact all around the world and very well renowned for his age-reversing technology.
Yes.
He's got over 200 patents now to his name. He's always specialized in age reversing. He focused his attention before anyone else was doing it on stem cell research and what is the peptide that switches it on and how can light do that. He brought this product, the X39, to market after 10 years and his own finance to bring this. The big deal, like Andrew said, around even the business opportunity is this is not a company that's fly by night. Also, this is not a company just paying a big inventor in to endorse the product. This is his company and this is his invention he has the patents on. But the testimonies, just to go back for one more minute, these are the ones that you are going to think about. So many people, as you even hear about this, and we do say give it time. When you purchase from Guy and Carole, they'll also send you a health benefits tracker.
That's
so
right.
you can start to track the results. You can see testimony after testimony at thisisit.info.com. And if you turn around to them and say, could it do this, could it do that, they say it might. If your stem cells prioritize that, then it might happen. But to build belief, dive into all these testimonies and get real personally inspired and think about a lot of people. This is not a secret anymore. The world is starting to know about it, and we want to make sure that when they do, you know where to come back to buy this product. These are the kind of text messages we get: cerebral palsy, blood pressure, no more seizures. Like, friends, these are life-changing stories. These are some before and afters: scoliosis, burns, nerve damage, wound healing, really quick wound healing, hair regrowth, cancer cells leaving people's bodies, scar healing, just amazing things starting to happen for people. That little video Carole and Guy can send you later, it's a testimonial video about a friends of ours, all our friends.
Yes.
And they have a boy who was diagnosed with leukemia and they've got this patch on him. They're seeing amazing results. Another 18-year-old with autism, and then another grandma with incredible impact, and an 18-year-old girl who's endometriosis was also healed. So ask Guy and Carole for that testimony video and they'll send it to you. Doctors are talking about this. We've got multiple doctors on our team. But here's the deal is this is growing so fast because it's in the direct selling model. Just before we focus on that, there is one more person that we did want to hear from. She's going to bullet point in like 2 minutes, more Canadian stories. And we want to honor Stafford and Michelle, who are the first people in our world to say yes. And in Canada, this is so exciting because it's so ground floor what's happening and they're building an amazing team. So thanks, Stafford and Michelle.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I definitely have seen so much improvement in my health in the last 18 months as well. I signed up quite quickly after Vanessa. Actually, I signed up before I even started the patches. I mean, I was so convinced of the testimonies that were coming out, and it did not fail. I started off with the same things. I mean, I just wasn't recovering from a move that was really bad. My body needed, I knew it needed more energy. I was having the brain fog. I had, muscles. I had 2 herniated discs that were absolutely flaring up all the time. I couldn't even pick up my grandson, things like that. So when I started on the patch, the first thing, it was probably 3 weeks in for me, but it definitely was the brain fog first. And then it went into my sleep. Then it went into, and it just kept going. So as much as I wanted certain areas of my body to happen first, it's obviously like Vanessa and Andrew said, it chose which it needed most. I have had bad acid reflux for years. That it settled down. The 2 herniated discs, like I said, was really, really great. And then, other things with hair growth, yes, the collagen and everything. But also, in our family, my daughter has very bad IBS. And within 3 months for her IBS, like she was able to have gluten again. And then she was eating dairy and things like that. And she's had digestive problems for a very, very long time. And it is definitely, definitely around that time of the month with her hormones and everything else and anxiety, it really, really helped her with that as well. My 92-year-old father lives with me, and he was diagnosed a couple of years ago with mild dementia. And we knew that the medication that he was taking at the time, he was told, was not necessarily going to cure him. It would just help with some of the symptoms. And after a period of time when we realized that, yeah, the medication, like it wasn't any crazy change, but he was actually doing, in a sense, out of a stressful situation, he was doing okay. But I thought, he could do better. So I thought, I'm going to patch him. And absolutely have been patching him for over a year now. And he got a test for his Alzheimer's again last year. And the doctor said, I can't believe that you're having this conversation with me. This is not something at your first test that you were able to keep with me. So he was very impressed with his condition and how it had changed and that kind of thing. So, and just his energy level as well too, and all of that. So there's so much in our family that it's really helped. I have a niece who has type 1 diabetes. And even though I wish it would grow a pancreas, only Jesus could do that for her, but it is definitely her levels of sugar have absolutely been better than they have been in 5 years. Like whatever she's doing, the doctors keep doing what you're doing because we have seen such a difference at how steady your sugar levels have been and stuff like that. So lots of, and even working out, just the recovery time, doing exercise of something that you pushed yourself a little bit more and you're going to pay for it tomorrow or the next day or whatever. But the recovery time is like nothing. Like within 12 hours, it's like, oh wow, like it just keeps surprising me. Like I said before, it's like Christmas every other month. Something else is happening here, and it's just something that I am so thrilled with. And yeah, so grateful for Vanessa and Andrew and just being able to share this incredible story, their story with us as well too, for sure.
Well,
So
we
good.
love what's happening there in Canada. We love what's happening on your team of brand partners, and the word is spreading. And that's the whole thing, is the inventor
Yes.
chose direct selling because he didn't want this to sit on shelves, and he didn't want it to be outpriced, and he didn't want it in the hands of big pharma who are going to control it in different ways. And we love to say
And it would be 10, 20, 30 times the
time.
price if it was. So that's why we love it that it's in the direct selling space.
Yeah. And we also do want to disclaim here is we honor doctors, we honor people that have studied for acute emergencies. That is so crucial. We love that industry, but we get to work in partnership. And you also have a body that you can trust the intuition of as well. And with light technology like this, the heart of David Schmidt was that we would take sovereignty back over our health. And that's what we're seeing happen. But he also said he's believing to see people sovereign in their finances, because the two biggest prayer needs we've ever had come to us as pastors for 25 years is people's health, and then people's finances, and then people's time. What can they do to value their time more and time freedom? So let's just wrap it up by talking about what it would look like to partner with Guy and Carole, either to patch or begin to share or to build it like a business. Awesome. While you're finding that, just talk a little bit about the business.
So yeah, what I love about this is it's in the direct selling space, so it's people to people, which to me is the best business, and it takes the middleman out. And it means that when you share, like when I find something I like, a product or something, I tell all my friends about it, but I don't get compensated for it. What I love about this is changing people's lives, but I get compensated for it and create another income stream when the lights are off. And so many of my friends are in industries where if they don't work, they don't get paid. When they switch off at 5 or 6 o'clock, the money doesn't keep coming in. For us, when we sleep, we wake up, our bank account's bigger because we've been helping people, and that happens 24/7 with this type of model, which we love. And this company, what I love about this is it's a 20-year-old company. So it's like a 20-year-old startup, because this new product X39 that entered the world around 4 years ago is exploding. That's why it's taken this company from a $20 million revenue company in 2021 to it'll be $1 billion by the end of 2025. I mean, that's massive growth. So number one, it's not a scam in us Commonwealth countries. Sometimes people jump to that word so fast for whatever reason. You can't be a scam after being 20 years and having that type of income coming into your business.
That's right.
This product is the one that's taken it through the roof, and it's only just getting started. And adoption is massive. That's why we're seeing so many great results. It's in over 85 countries now, so it is growing at a rapid rate, which means we can get it to as many people as possible. And it's not a Me Too product where you got your pills or potions and we've got our pills and potions. No one else has this. It has no competition. And so that's what we love about it. So for Vanessa and I, we always believe as coaches that there should be minimum of 3 income streams that everybody has. 7 is the goal, so that you have more choice. And so that's what we love about this. We get to help. We wake up every morning with good news stories, hearing incredible results, but we also waking up with having more sovereignty and having more choice in life than all of our eggs in one basket. We have 2 other businesses as well, and they all work together in unison to create sovereignty for our life. And so this has an incredible opportunity for you to add this to your portfolio.
And the direct selling space is just that. It's person to person, as Andrew said. So this is not about like high startup costs or overheads, or we have friends that we're trying to think about a franchise, like a gym franchise. Well, they got to outlay $500,000, and it's going to be years and years before they might see some return.
And it's in the top 3 most failed businesses, industries in the world. So I'm like, dude, please don't.
Yeah, and so we want to show you how to get started patching, or curious about sharing, or really excited about partnering with Guy and Carole and our whole team over there, or anywhere you see this around the world in a business partnership as well. But it's really simple, because you get to buy product and you get a business license at the same time.
Exactly. So core is amazing for you who are just wanting to get your health started. When it's about health and health only, that's your only goal in life. That's your dream, is to get your health going. We want to help support you in that. And especially for those who are just on their own, patching for themselves, Quora could be a great place to start at $2.95 US. Everything's in US dollars because it's around the world, but you also get paid in US dollars when you share, which is exciting. And then you've got the advanced, which is $5.35, a little bit cheaper for 6 months worth of the patches. And really that's either for a couple that are both wanting to patch minimum 3 months. We only work with those who want to do minimum of 3 months because nothing happens overnight. So we're not promising that. And really you need 1 month for decade of life. So if you're 60, you need minimum 6 months with this and I always say, imagine if this works.
Yeah.
Is that worth it?
Yes.
I've never had anyone go, no, it's not. So the thing is, like anything, is it takes time. So jump in. That's great for people, either a couple that are just wanting to start sharing maybe, and at least as they share, being compensated enough to pay for their patches, or maybe someone on their own for a minimum of 6 months. And then the premium is for larger families and people like us, Guy and Carole and others that realize the opportunity of this, want to get this to as many of their friends and family around the world and build another stream of income. Again, for all of those reasons of choice and sovereignty, this is the best one to jump in at $1,750 US because number one, it's the best price at $87.50 per sleeve instead of $99.95. But also you get 20 of these sleeves, so which means you're out there, you're able to have plenty of stock to be able to patch people. If someone purchases, but it could take a week for Canada Post, and who knows, with Australia, Canada Post and all these places around the world, how long it takes. When they order, you can give them a month's worth so they can get started right there and then when theirs arrives, they just give you that 1 month back. So you're making sure that you have that rolling stock, and anywhere you go, you have them on hand to be able to patch people, because the more people you patch, the more return on investment that you have as people then try, and you start hearing their success stories. And for Vanessa and I, we love hearing people's success stories. And the more we patch, the more chance we hear those stories. And so for a lot of people, that is the best value. And people that see the opportunity are not afraid to launch out like Guy and Carole. That's the best package for you to be able to get started. And we bring full support with Guy and Carole for you. We have a whole community, a whole system. Everything is there, turnkey, like a franchise for you to be able to get out and start running. And you earn as you learn. You don't need to learn before you earn as you share. You earn as you learn with doing this, and it's so simple.
So you may say, well, I just want to patch and get my own patches covered. Well, also Carole will show you how you do that when you just share with 4 other people. The company flows thank you, referral money back, and then you begin to cover your own cost of product. Or you might have that passion for freedom and sovereignty like many of us do. And we know Guy and Carole are also very passionate about that for the future of their generations that they represent as well. So
absolutely.
So get started and circle back with Guy and Carole.
Exactly. And we've got to know Guy and Carole and their dreams and the seasons of what they're wanting to step into, and with family. And we all want more choices in life and to be able to travel and do the things we want to do. And that's what we love with our community. We're starting to travel with our teams, and there's incentives and a whole bunch of great things with that. It's just exciting. It's a great time to be involved. So we look forward to meeting you and hearing your success story as well.
So congratulations from us and from Michelle and Stafford and the entire team. We are just so excited for your online launch. We know you've been patching for a while, but how can people connect with you just as we wrap this up? How can they connect with you guys? Just come off mute.
Okay, well, they can find me on Facebook. And well, most people have my emails, and I messaged a lot of people through Facebook. I'm also on Instagram, although I'm just learning how to share from Facebook to Instagram. I am not techie whatsoever, but I'm learning. It's taking a long time, but I'm learning.
You don't need to even learn. It's such a person to person. You guys do great at that as well.
Yes, but person to person is the best. I like to be one-on-one. I like to talk. I like to touch. I like to, I'm that kind of person.
I love it.
And so we are super excited for you. And as you watch this recording, to anyone that watches it later, circle back with
you. And again, the faster you order, the quicker you can start getting results. So we just encourage people. It's low risk. To me, there's no risk. It's imagine if this works. Let's get started today. And you have Guy and Carole's and all of our support. It's seeing you receive those results, and it's exciting.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes.
I really appreciate Vanessa and Andrew's support. They are excellent team brand partners, team leaders, very encouraging, very informative, very good community we have here. I mean, it can't get any better. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate Michelle and Stafford also, such good friends. And yeah, I just love our community.
It
Thank
is
you.
that. It's a
Thank
community.
you.
Loved
Yeah.
being with you in person. Guy, we love your vision and passion around this as well.
Absolutely.
If, you know, the male and females in any way can be involved, and we love that. We do want to finish up by saying it feels like a business that really is going to reach all generations, and males and
Absolutely.
females can all be involved, single, married, young or mature. It's for everyone.
And have fun together. That's what this community is about. Travel
Yes,
together.
absolutely.
Be
Absolutely.
farmers together.
Yeah.
Like this
Yeah.
is this
Like,
affords this
we're
industry.
family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Thanks for watching, friends, and circle back with Guy and Carole.
Bye-bye.
Bye.